Eli had learned one rule as a space explorer. If a planet feels wrong, leave. This planet felt very wrong. The sky was dark purple, and the air was heavy, like it was pressing down on his chest. Tall mountains moved in the distance. At first, Eli thought they were cliffs. Then one of them blinked. They were not mountains. They were giants. Eli stood still. His small human body felt weak on this world. His scanner showed strange energy everywhere. The ground was warm, almost alive. A loud sound came from behind him. The ground shook. Eli turned slowly. She stood there, taller than any building he had ever seen. A giant alien woman. Her skin looked like smooth stone mixed with silver light. Her eyes were bright, but not angry. They were careful. She knelt down. That alone made the earth tremble. "You're not from here," she said. Her voice was deep but calm. "Eli Svalovith." "I am human," he said. "I didn't know this planet was occupied." She looked at him for a long moment. Then she sighed. "You should not be here," she said, "and you must leave soon." Before Eli could reply, the sky changed. Dark clouds rolled in fast. Strong winds pushed him off balance. A storm. The giantess moved quickly. She placed her hand over Eli like a shield. The rain hit her skin and turned into steam. Eli started in sot. She saved him. When the storm passed, she lifted her hand away. "You were lucky," she said. "The storms kill small beings." "Thank you," Eli said quietly. She nodded once, then stood up. "Listen carefully, human," she said. "You must stay away from me." Eli Puronet. "What?" Her jaw tightened. "Because my body is entering heat." Eli Dlinked. "Heat?" He checked his suit temperature. "Is it dangerous?" he asked. "Are you sick?" She looked down at him again. This time, her eyes showed warning. "Very dangerous," she said. "Not sickness. Change." The ground vibrated softly. Eli felt it through his boots. "For 3 cycles," she continued, "I must be alone. My kind isolates during this time." Eli nodded, though he did not fully understand. "I can help," he said. "I am trained for medical." No, her voice was sharp now. "You must not come near me." The air around her felt warmer. Eli could feel sweat inside his suit. "Please," she said, lowering her voice. "Leave this area." She turned and began walking toward the mountains. Each step cracked the ground. Eli watched her go. He should have left. But humans were curious by nature. As the giantess moved away, the planet reacted. The sky glowed faint red. Rocks lifted slightly, then fell. Energy readings on Eli's scanner spiked fast. "This is not normal," Eli whispered. He followed at a distance. From far away, he saw her stop. She pressed her hand against the ground. Light spread outward like waves in water. Eliasut alparam bipeth. Warning. Environmental energy rising. The air grew hot. Hard to breathe. Eli crouched behind a rock, watching. "She's losing control," he said to himself. The giantess cried out in pain. The sound echoed across the planet. Elias dies titanet. She had saved his life. Now she was suffering. "I can't just leave," he said. Against all logic, against her warning, Eli ran toward her. Each step felt heavier. The ground burned his boots. His vision blurred. She noticed him. "No," she shouted. "I told you to stay away." But it was too late. A wave of energy exploded from her body. Eli was thrown into the air like dust. His suit cracked. Alarm screamed. His body slammed into the ground. Everything went dark. The giantess froze. Her breathing stopped. Slowly, carefully, she walked toward the small broken figure on the ground. She knelt down, fear clear on her face. "No human survives this," she whispered. She reached out with one shaking finger. Eli did not move. The planet grew silent. And the mistake had already been made. Silence covered the planet. The wind stopped. The ground stopped shaking. Even the glowing sky became still. The giantess knelt beside the small human body. Eli lay motionless, his suit cracked and dark. Smoke slowly rose from the metal. Her hands trembled. "This should not be possible," she whispered. Her kind knew the rules of heat. When their bodies changed, the energy they released could break mountains and burn oceans. Nothing small survived near them. Nothing. Yet she could still hear something. A sound. A weak, slow heartbeat. Her eyes widened. He lives. Carefully, she lifted Eli between two fingers. He felt light, fragile, like glass ready to break. The heat around her body was still strong, but she forced herself to calm her breathing. Control. Focus. She moved toward a deep stone cave at the base of the mountain. Inside, the air was cooler. Old runes glowed faintly on the walls, built long ago to protect her kind during heat. She placed Eli gently on the ground. His chest rose, then stopped. Her breath caught. "No," she said softly. She lowered her face close to him and placed one finger near his chest. She released a tiny amount of energy, softer than a breath. Eli gasped. His body jerked, and he coughed painfully. Air rushed back into his lungs. He was alive. The giantess leaned back, shocked. "I touched you," she said. During heat. Her people believed that touching another being during this time was death itself. But the human did not burn. He did not turn to ash. Instead, his breathing slowly became steady. Minutes passed. Then Eli opened his eyes. Everything hurt. His head felt heavy, and his chest burned with every breath. He tried to move, but his body refused. He saw a massive shape above him and froze. The giantess was watching him closely. "You should be dead," she said. "Eli Svalovith. You told me to stay away." "Yes." "I didn't listen," he said weakly. Her eyes darkened. "Why?" Eli closed his eyes for a moment. "Because you saved me." The cave was quiet again. The giantess slowly sat back against the cave wall. The heat around her flared, then softened. "You caused my energy to rise," she said. "When you came close, my body reacted." "I'm sorry," Eli said. "This mistake could have destroyed this region," she continued. "My kind isolates for a reason." Eli forced himself to sit up slightly. Pain shot through him, but he ignored it. "But it didn't," he said. She looked at him sharply. "What?" "It didn't destroy the planet," Eli said. "You stopped it." She stared at him. "I was losing control," she said. "Until you fell." Eli Puronet. "What do you mean?" The giantess hesitated. "When your heart slowed, my energy followed," she said quietly. The surge weakened. That made no sense to her. And yet it was true. Eli's scanner, cracked but still working, beeped softly. Environmental energy. Stabilizing. Eli noticed it too. "Maybe," he said slowly, "humans react differently." The giantess stood up suddenly. "No," she said. "That is impossible." She paced the cave, each step heavy. "Humans are small. Weak. Short-lived," she said. "You should have been destroyed." Eli looked at his burned suit, then at his hands. "I don't feel destroyed," he said. She stopped moving. Slowly, she knelt again, bringing her face closer to his. "You are not afraid," she said. "I am," Eli replied honestly. "But fear doesn't mean running." Something shifted in her expression. Her heat surged again. The cave walls glowed brighter. Eli's heart began to race. "Stay still," she warned. She focused, breathing slowly. The energy settled. Eli Ixolet. Outside the cave, the ground trembled again, but weaker this time. The giantess looked toward the cave entrance. "The others will feel this," she said. "My kind can sense heat across the planet." Eli's eyes widened. "Others?" "Yes," she said, "and they will blame you." She looked back at the human. "You should not exist," she said softly. "And yet," she paused, "you may have changed something." Far away, deep in the mountains, massive shapes began to move. The giants were coming. The cave grew warmer again. Not burning, not violent, just alive. The giantess stood near the entrance, watching the distant mountains. Her body still released waves of energy, but they were slower now, controlled. Eli lay against the stone wall, breathing carefully. Every breath hurt, but he was alive. That alone felt unreal. "They are close," the giantess said. "Who?" Eli asked, though he already knew. "My kind," she replied. "The elders. The watchers." The ground trembled, slow and deep. Not like an earthquake, like footsteps. Eli forced himself to sit up fully. "If they see me here, they will not understand," she interrupted. "They will only see a mistake." Eli looked down at his hands. They were shaking. "I didn't mean to cause trouble," he said. I know, she replied. That is what makes it worse. She turned toward him. The glow in her eyes softened. My name is Kalira, she said. You deserve to know it. Ili, he answered. Just Eli. Kalira studied him. During heat, she explained, our bodies prepare for survival. We become unstable. Our emotions amplify our power. So you isolate, Eli said. Yes, she nodded. We remove ourselves so no one gets hurt. Ili kronet. But when I came close, something changed. Kalira hesitated. When you were near, she said slowly, my power spiked. Stronger than ever before. That sounds bad, Eli said. It was, she agreed. Until you fell. She clenched her fist. When your heart slowed, my energy followed. As if it was listening to you. Eli stared at her. Listening? That is impossible, she said quickly. And yet it happened. Outside the cave, a deep horn echoed through the mountains. Kalira stiffened. They have arrived. Massive shadows passed over the cave entrance. Shapes so large that Eli could barely understand them. Voices echoed, low and powerful. Kalira, a voice called. Step away from the source. Ilias stomatetenet. Source. That's me, he whispered. Kalira lowered her head closer to him. They think you are causing this. Am I? Eli asked quietly. She looked into his eyes. No, she said. I think you're stopping it. Another tremor shook the cave. Stones fell from the ceiling. You must hide, she said. If they see you. I won't run, Eli said. Kalira froze. What? I won't hide, Eli repeated. Running won't change their fear. Her heat flared again, reacting to his words. The cave walls glowed brighter. Your emotions affect me, she said, shocked. Every time you speak with conviction, my energy shifts. Ili svalovith. Humans do that. Outside, a massive figure leaned down, peering into the cave. Kalira, the voice thundered. Why does the surge stabilize? Kalira stepped forward, blocking Eli with her body. Because I am in control, she said. That is not possible during heat. Eli stood up. Pain screamed through his body, but he stayed upright. Kalira turned sharply. Ili, no. I'm tired of being small and silent, he said. His voice echoed strangely, carried by the cave walls. I didn't come here to hurt anyone, Eli continued. I came to explore, to understand. The giants outside fell quiet. Eli took a breath. You think size is strength, he said, but control is strength. The heat around Kalira softened. The elders felt it. Their confusion rippled through the ground. The human speaks, one said, and the heat bends. Kalira looked at Eli in disbelief. You are changing the balance, she whispered. Eli met her gaze. Maybe humans are built for pressure. A long silence followed. Then the largest voice spoke again. This will be tested. The ground shook harder than before. Kalira stepped closer to Eli, lowering her voice. They will judge your species now, she said. Not just you. Ili nodded. Then let them, he said. Far above them, the sky began to glow brighter. The real test was coming. The sky above the mountains turned bright white. Light spread across the land like fire, but it did not burn. It watched. The giants had formed a circle outside the cave. Their bodies were tall like towers. Their eyes glowed with ancient power. Eli stood at the center of it all. Small, injured, human. Kalira stood behind him, her massive form like a wall. Step aside, Kalira, the lead elder said. The human must be examined. Kalira did not move. He is under my protection, she said. A low sound rolled through the ground. Not anger, disapproval. Your heat is unstable, another elder said. His presence is the cause. Eli clenched his fists. If that were true, he said, your planet would already be breaking. The giants turned their eyes toward him. Silence followed. No small being had ever spoken to them like that. You dare speak? One elder asked. Yes, Eli replied. His voice shook, but he did not stop. Because fear is louder when no one answers it. Kalira felt it instantly. Her heat softened. The glow around her faded slightly. The elders noticed. The surge drops, one whispered. This makes no sense, another said. The human should increase chaos. Kalira stepped forward. He does not, she said. He brings focus. The elders shifted uneasily. They extended their senses toward Eli. Energy pressed against him like a heavy wind. His vision blurred. His knees nearly gave out. But he stayed standing. Why do you not fall? An elder asked. Eli breathed slowly. Because humans live under pressure, he said. Every day. The giants paused. Explain, the lead elder commanded. Eli looked up at them. My kind is small, he said. Our bodies are weak. Our lives are short. Kalira felt his heart steady. Her heat followed. But we survive by adapting, Eli continued. By controlling fear. By standing when we want to run. The elders exchanged low vibrations. Words, one said. Not proof. Then test me, Eli replied. Kalira turned sharply. Eli. It's okay, he said softly. This is the only way. The lead elder raised one massive hand. Very well, it said. The trial of heat. The ground split open in the distance. A wave of raw planetary energy rose into the sky. The air became heavy. Rocks lifted and cracked. Kalira gasped. This is dangerous, she said. Even for us. The elders watched Eli. Stand, they commanded. Do not flee. Eli's body screamed at him to run. His instincts begged him to hide. But he remembered something simple. Kalira saved me. He planted his feet. The energy wave moved closer. His suit alarm screamed, then died. The heat pressed against his chest. Eli closed his eyes. He focused on breathing. Slow, steady, calm. Kalira felt it immediately. Her energy shifted. The violent surge around her softened, like water settling after a storm. The elders reacted. The heat is aligning. Eli opened his eyes. The energy wave stopped inches from him. Not because he was strong, but because he was calm. Kalira fell to one knee, overwhelmed. You are anchoring me, she whispered. The elders stared in disbelief. The human does not dominate, one said. He balances. The lead elder lowered its hand. This changes everything. The energy receded. The ground healed. The sky dimmed back to purple. Eli collapsed to one knee, exhausted. Kalira caught him before he fell. The giants remained silent for a long moment. Then the lead elder spoke again. This human will face one final test. Eli looked up. What kind? The elder's eyes burned bright. The next heat. Kalira's breath caught. If he fails, the elder continued, your planet falls. Eli mit Kailirashgesh. Fear was there, but so was trust. Then we don't fail, Eli said. The giant stepped back, forming a path. The judgment was not over. It had only begun. The sky darkened again. Not with anger, with warning. The second heat was coming. Kalira stood at the center of the valley, her massive body glowing brighter than before. The ground cracked under her feet. Energy rose in violent waves, stronger than the last time. The giants watched from a distance, silent, waiting. Eli stood near Kalira, small and fragile compared to her size. His suit was damaged. His body was tired. Every instinct told him to run, but he did not move. This one will be worse, Kalira said. I may lose control. Eli looked up at her. Then don't face it alone, he said. She shook her head. If you stay, you could die. Eli smushlid vikli. Humans die trying all the time. The heat surged suddenly. The sky flashed white. Mountains shook. The air screamed. Kalira cried out as her power spiked beyond control. Energy lashed out, cutting deep scars into the land. The elders leaned forward. This is the breaking point, one said. Eli felt the pressure crush his chest. His vision narrowed. Pain burned through his body. He fell to one knee, but he did not look away. Instead, he focused on breathing, on calm, on Kalira. Look at me, he said, forcing his voice through the storm. Kalira's eyes locked onto him. Her breathing was wild. I can't stop it, she said. It's too much. You don't need to stop it, Eli replied. Just match me. She didn't understand, but she tried. Eli slowed his breath. In, out. His heart beat steady. Kalira felt it. Her energy reacted. The violent waves began to lose shape. They followed his rhythm, not hers. The elders felt the shift instantly. The heat is synchronizing. Eli stood up. Every step hurt, but he moved closer. The heat burned his skin. His suit failed completely. Still he walked. Kilira dropped to her knees, towering over him. "Why are you doing this?" she asked. "Because balance matters," Eli said. "More than power." He placed his hand against the ground. The planet responded. Not with force, with calm. The energy around Kilira wrapped inward instead of exploding outward. The light softened. The shaking slowed. The elders stood in shock. "He is not resisting the heat," one said. "He is guiding it," another whispered. Kilira felt her mind clear. The pain faded. The surge passed through her without breaking her. The second heat ended. Silence returned to the valley. Slowly, Kilira's glow dimmed. The cracks in the ground sealed. The sky returned to its quiet purple. Iliko Luxit. Kilira caught him instantly, holding him carefully in both hands. "He did it," she said softly. The giants stepped forward. Their voices were no longer sharp. "The human has passed." The lead elder lowered its head. "Your species is not weak," it said. "It is adaptive." Kilira looked at Eli's unconscious face. "He is more than that," she said. "He is balance." The elder nodded. "From this day," it declared, "humans will be welcome." The giants turned away, their judgment complete. Hours later, Eli woke under a calm sky. Kilira sat nearby, watching over him. "You scared us," she said. Eli smiled directly. "I had to." She lowered her face closer. "You changed our world," she said. Eli looked around at the peaceful land. "I think your world changed me too," he replied. Kilira smiled for the first time. Small, gentle, human-like. Far above them, the planet rested. And for the first time in its history, the giants did not fear the small. They respected them. The end.